I'm just curious. That's all I want to know.
Go on your phone right now and Google image baker's dozen.
Why would I Google image information? All right,
because you're scared of what you're going to see.
No, I know what I'm going to see. I'm going to see A's. That doesn't stop anything. Here's my question. No, listen. You go to the guy to buy bread. You say, I'd like a baker's dozen. What does he give you? He gives you bread. You bought bread. You are so flustered.
No, I'm not anymore. I'm like, no. I've never been so over a conversation before.
No, we're just 100%. There it is. Welcome to the Gas Station Cappuccino by Caffeine and Kilos, episode number 7. Siete. For those of us who may be from Latin countries or European countries that speak Spanish, such as Spain.
Yeah.
For example. Actually, it's kind of funny. The good segue there. One of the things we're going to do today, we'll just do right now, is I have the list of countries. I took a photo 1 week, and I took a photo the next week, and there's a change in the order.
The leaderboard.
The leaderboard of the countries that listen to us. So, there were, hold on here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 countries. Listeners from 10 countries after week 2. Okay?
Wow.
Now,
10.
After week 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 countries now after week 3. We've added 4 countries.
Wow.
So, I'm going to, I'll tell you number 1 and number 2. All right, and this was from after week 2, and then Dean will guess.
Well, number 1 is the United States.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay.
That is correct.
Okay.
Maybe we get like a little crowd noise to play in there.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what is country number 2?
Do I already know that? I think you already told me. Germany?
No. This should be relatively obvious. Think of our sales.
Canada.
The Great White North. And I will also say that 1 and 2, between both of these lists, stayed the same.
Okay.
Now, week 2. What is country number 3?
Germany.
That is correct. Okay. However,
the Germans love their caffeine and kilos.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing, though. Week 3, a country surpassed Germany. We had a change. Leaderboard mix-up for the 3 spot.
Lead change.
And I will tell you this. I won't say which country it is, but they actually increased by... Oh, man, they increased they're like 200% what they were the week previous. Like, they actually tripled their old listening numbers. What country tripled their listening numbers to rise to number 3 on the leaderboard of Gas Station Cappuccino listening countries?
Europe?
That's not a country.
Continent?
There's a whole thing there.
What about United Kingdom?
That ding 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 ding. That is correct. United Kingdom was previously in 7th place. Went from 7th up to 3rd. Big jump there. I mean, when you triple your base, what do you expect?
Yeah.
Just the base.
Yeah, it's just the base.
And
that's okay. That's a big jump.
Mm-hmm. Now, we know that Germany then sunk to number 4. Okay. And now, so here we go. Currently, what country is just behind Germany?
Wow. So this would be number 5.
This would be number 5.
Number 5. Yep. Iceland.
Oh, no, wrong. The answer is other.
Oh.
Other has taken the 5 spot.
So what is that? That's a mixture of a mixed bag.
Yeah, I think that's if they just don't know what country they're from. Like if maybe their IP address.
Software.
Yeah, the tracking software.
Okay.
But yeah, got you there.
Yeah, that was a good question.
Well, I'll just kind of tell you what goes on here. After other, we then have Australia, Ireland, Japan, the Netherlands, Costa Rica, Italy, maybe your uncles or something.
Yeah, probably.
Mexico, maybe Jasmine is listening to us down there. So it's not actually like a native Mexican, it's just one of our employees who's down visiting her family.
Yeah.
There's no way she listens to this shit. She
gets it enough.
It's like my wife, or it's like your fiance. They hear this shit every day. Why would they listen? And then after Mexico is France, and then Guam.
Guam. Isn't that a U.S. territory?
Yeah, I think so.
So that wouldn't go in the U.S. category, huh?
I don't know. It's like Puerto.
Which is weird because of shipping. It's technically you have to use U.S. as the country when you ship to Guam.
It's like Puerto Rico, like they used USD, but then they're like a sovereign nation. I think I'm not sure exactly how Guam works, but I think it's like a similar type thing. Like I think they're like a territory or whatever. So in Guam do they use USD? Aaron, do you know?
Mm-mm. Wait, I don't know. I do know though that when we ship stuff out to Guam, they have the option to select Guam as the country.
Yeah.
But then it doesn't work, and it says you need to change this to U.S.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so why is the option there?
Yeah. Well, hey, so we'd like some more information on Guam. And so instead of using the Google machine, maybe someone could tell us. So you could
preferably one of our Guam listeners.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. The only one. It was one. Number 14 spot. There was one. One was the thing. So
that's awesome. Though.
Yeah, the Guamese guy. Or girl. Send an email to podcast@caffeineandkilos.com or comment. You can comment on YouTube. We get those comments when this video goes up there. And now speaking of YouTube comments, we have a new feature today.
Ding ding.
YouTube comments.
YouTube comments on fancy paper.
Yeah. So we came up with a real creative name for it. YouTube comments.
YouTube comments.
All right. Want to guess what we're going to do during the YouTube comments section, Dean?
Read a couple of them.
Read a couple of YouTube comments.
Too many and sit here and just read comments all day.
Yeah, plus there's only been 2.
Exactly.
So, there's that. Yeah, 3 weeks. All right. And they're from the same guy, but on different videos.
Yeah.
So this individual's name is Fitness You Can Live With.
Yep.
One word. I don't know if that's his first or last name. Not sure if that's his given name, his Christian name, or if that's a street name.
Probably street name.
You don't think that's his Christian? You don't think that's the...
I think that's the name that the streets gave him.
Oh, yeah. Do you think he's got the key?
Yes.
Key to the streets?
Key to the streets. Key to the city.
Key to the city. Prince of the city. Wiz Khalifa.
Prince of the city. He says that?
No, Prince. Those are his old mixtapes.
Oh.
It's like,
I don't remember those.
Those like old school Wiz Khalifa. It's Prince
like
of the city.
Pre-Kush and OJ?
Oh yeah, like pre-Kush and OJ.
Oh wow.
That's like his.
This is like starting out.
His sound's even a little different. Like voice a little deeper. Like it's just like old. That's like old Wiz Khalifa. Prince. Great. They're actually really good. But all right, so Fitness You Can Live With, Mr. Fitness You Can Live With, perhaps fits his last name. First says on episode 1. Said I was laughing so hard at the pre-workout of pickled red hot and caffeine. Now, he's referring to the Tijuana Mama that we hammer down.
Or Red. I think Red Hot's another brand. It's the same difference. Yeah.
Gas station closest to my house has them, by the way. I saw one in
the
there.
Tijuanas?
The Tijuana Mamas.
Did you nostalgically buy one?
I should have brought the whole thing.
Well, you should have. You should have brought one for the kids.
Should have brought one.
Nora and Maddie.
Nora could have had her first Tijuana Mama at 9 months old.
Yeah, that would have been a grand idea. Clean that up.
Clean that up. Exactly. Then he says, when I was a kid, my sister and I were so into those pickled red hots. Sketchiest meat ever.
Correct.
3 R's on ever. Really means it.
But fuels PRs.
And he said, this will be a fun...
Our PRs are good training. Fuels good training.
This will be a fun podcast to listen to. And then an exclamation point, so he's excited. Now on episode 3... he left another comment saying Mr. Fitness You Can Live With, or Fitness You Can Live With Smith, or whatever his last name.
We've only uploaded 3 YouTube.
Only uploaded 3.
That's right.
Yeah, just the episodes.
We're way ahead of the game here.
We're ahead of the game, yeah. So, he said also, mannish hands, because remember we were talking about on the Food Network, there was the lady that has those man hands, and I couldn't watch her. It was like Italian girl. Anyway, I can't watch it because she has these huge, disgusting man hands. It was incredible. She could palm a basketball.
Yeah.
She could probably palm a Swiss ball.
I don't remember. Did you say that they were thick and long, or just kind of?
Mostly long.
Yeah.
Long and slender.
Okay. Slender. I remember that because Slender Man.
Yeah, Thin Man.
Yeah. Slender Man's real.
Slender Man's real. And so, mannish hands equals, her name is Giada de Laurentiis.
Giada de Laurentiis, that's right.
Yeah, right. So Giada, that's right. I remember Giada.
GDL.
That's probably what they call her. That's her street name. The name the streets gave her.
Hey, nice to meet you, I'm GDL.
Hey, what's up, GDL?
Yeah, I'm gonna crush your hands now.
I'm just engulf them. I bet, because I kind of have smaller hands too. I bet if I shook her hand, my hand would entirely disappear.
It's like that.
I bet she could.
I'm gonna have to just Google her hands. I'm sure there's a Google images of people talking about her hands.
Yeah, probably a lot of images of people doing this. That's not very good for radio. I put my
Picture first palming
I pretend-
3 NBA basketballs with one
scared.
hand.
A Swiss ball is what it is, like those exercise balls, like
Yeah.
the Swiss balls.
Yeah.
Just palming those things. I tried to dunk one at the gym. We got
Just
hoop
palming an Atlas stone.
yeah, because you can get all the way around. It actually looks like she's holding a marble when
Yeah.
she's holding the Atlas stones.
No, I believe it.
Great grip strength. She probably uses Captains of Crush.
She probably does.
And so, yeah, that's that.
Speaking of Captains of Crush,
Right, you've been working it?
yeah. Well, here's the thing. What's funny is that our coach bought a whole set, and it's part of our out of our training program right now. Is we have part of the accessory is crushing the Captains of Crush.
Really?
Yeah. After the workout,
Huh. Why don't you do plate flips?
we do that too. Actually, we do plate holds, plate pinch holds, and then some grip work. So
Really?
we actually are implementing some like grip work once a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not? I can't think of a reason.
Actually, Ben, my coach, Ben Claret, he's actually pretty firm believer in grip strength training. Like, like every other cycle, we'll do some kind of plate pinch or something like that.
When you see, that can be helpful for lots of reasons.
Mhm.
For example, when you're carrying the groceries,
Yeah.
okay? You go one trip, right? Are you one tripper?
Yeah, I'm a one-trip pony.
I'm a one trip pony.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Now, when they used to not make us pay for bags, then it was like just load up the plastic bags, and it was no question. One trip, hands down, every time. Because I have yet to find, I don't know, I did some research actually, and I never found it. I was trying to find what is the maximum number of bags I could handle. Never found it. There was never too many.
Yeah, if you want to go most bags you possibly can, you got to go plastic.
That's what I'm saying. If you got those plastic ones, because you
Because
can just,
paper the handles rip 90% of the time.
the handles.
If there's
they
any
sh-
significant weight in those
They
bags,
shouldn't even
they're
put
coming
handles
off.
on them, to be honest. Yeah, so the plastic ones, they're like, there is no maximum number. Like, you can just hold unlimited is the number. Because I tried, and I just kept putting more and more, and I eventually realized that it was a useless game.
Yeah, no, I mean there'd be.
I
it
never
would
got
take.
to the end.
I would guess it would probably take 20 plus.
Per hand.
No.
Oh, I bet
I mean,
could go.
you got one thing in each bag.
I bet I
it's
could
gonna
go.
take up. It's gonna come out, and eventually, it's
I
gonna.
bet I could do Baker's dozen one hand.
18. No, 13.
Oh, yeah.
13's Baker's dozen, right?
Oh, yeah.
Aaron. 13's Baker's dozen.
Wait,
He's in fucking bake. Look at him.
No, it's 13
I think
for sure. It's one. It's
I'm
one
not
more.
sure.
Yeah, that's what they say. Because when you go to get donuts, like, here's your donut, and one for free. We give you the 13th one. And I think that's why it's the Baker's dozen.
I think the Baker's dozen is originated with eggs.
It's not called the chicken's dozen.
No,
The farmer's dozen.
But you bake a lot with eggs. I think a Baker's dozen came from eggs,
I don't think that's true.
like an egg carton. Yeah, for sure.
I think it's from the donut store.
I'm pretty sure actually that they have a Baker's dozen carton of eggs at the grocery store, and it's called Baker's dozen.
Oh, Aaron, hey, real quick, will you go grab us a bag of ground PR blend and a spoon, a couple spoons, just to prep up.
Maybe a bucket. I'm not swallowing it.
Not even swallow. They have no idea what we're talking about at this point. So, there we go. What's going on? We'll get to it in a little bit, actually. We should let it hang out there.
Yeah.
You really think it's from eggs?
Yeah.
You know who might know? Kristen.
Yeah.
Let's get her in here. Kristen!
Yeah.
Hey, come on in real quick. We lost Kristen. She'll know.
Yeah.
She's a wealth of knowledge. Hey, Kristen.
Kristen is a Baker's dozen.
You heard
13
Yes.
You heard the expression Baker's dozen, 13, right?
13.
Do you know where that came from?
eggs, right?
Or is it because when you go to get donuts or you go to the bakery, they give you a dozen, and then they're like, and here's another one for free. Like they give you a 13th one free.
Isn't it pertain to eggs?
Why eggs?
Because you bake with eggs most of the time.
I know, it's not a farmer's
See,
dozen.
I know.
I tried to tell them.
But when you go to the baker, what are you buying 12 of besides donuts? Are you buying 12 loaves of bread?
Maybe you have a big
I
family.
think when you buy a dozen, they'll throw in sometimes the extra. So it's.
But what are you
Baker's
buying a dozen of at the bakery
Donuts.
besides donuts? So why wouldn't it just be called donuts dozen?
Do you want me to go?
When was the last time you went to the bakery and bought 12 of anything that wasn't donuts? Someone tell me.
Pastries.
When have you bought
Bagels.
12 pastries?
Every time I buy pastries, you like Bear Claws. Are Bear Claws
Cookies.
Are
donuts?
you buying? Yeah.
Cookies come
Are you
in a
buying?
dozen.
No one's buying 12 Bear Claws.
Yeah, mine 12 Bear Claws. They give you 13th free. Baker's dozen.
I'll Google
That's a
it.
donut still.
It's not a donut. It's a Bear Claw.
Oh, it is eggs.
Tell us, what does
That's
Google say? What does Google machine say?
It says.
Where's Alexa? When you need her.
Yeah, if we had Alexa in here, she would have cleared this shit up in no time.
Oh, I already cleared it up because I already told you guys it was eggs, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not true. What
Well,
does
you
it
know the
say?
reason? Well, it said King Henry III was so irked by the problem that he implemented a new law.
King Henry III.
Standardize the weight of loaf. Selling penny loaves could result in beatings or jail time. Since bakers wanted to stay on the right side of the law, one common trick was to give 13 loaves to any customer buying a dozen.
So it's not eggs. It's giving 13 loaves.
Yeah, but it's like
Well,
eggs,
King
like
Henry
considering
III.
eggs. They make 8 cartons, 13.
So King Henry.
No, egg cartons are 12.
But it's 13. It's
So maybe they said everything?
You want to know the story?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
King
King
Henry,
Henry.
King
Yeah.
Henry
See,
III,
Yep.
was it
Pissed.
eggs or bread?
Bread.
So
Loaves.
King Henry III was pissed because
That's eggs.
people were
But it's eggs.
It's eggs.
No, weight of a loaf.
the weight of a loaf.
Selling puny loaves.
The
could
weight of
result in
a single
beatings
loaf.
Or jail time.
So it's
If
the-
bakers wanted to stay
Okay.
and they didn't want to go to jail, they would give you 13.
13 ounces, a 13-ounce loaf of bread instead of a 12-ounce loaf.
No.
13 loaves.
There's
13 loaves of bread.
Aaron, clear this up.
Aaron, what are you
Every
doing
single
now?
picture I'm seeing on his phone is of egg cartons.
8 cartons.
I don't know what to tell. Well, I understand that. I understand the picture. There's a picture of an egg carton, but I also understand the story about King Henry is 13 loaves of bread.
No.
13 donuts.
That was the bread is.
Oh, there's something about 20 pence makes an ounce and 12 ounces.
It was so they
8
made the
pounds,
right
and
correct
make it
weight
count. What?
of the bread.
They made the bread 13 ounces, not 12 ounces.
No.
Yes, that's 100%.
That's not what it has nothing to do with ounces. They
She
made
just said ounces.
they made the bread with 13 eggs. That's because that was what made them the right weight of bread.
I don't think
So
so.
they used 13 eggs. That's what Aaron just said.
Yeah.
I think you're. I think you're.
So now you're telling him that's not what he said while he's saying yes.
I'm gonna look into it.
I think that. Well, I just think that you're so caught up on this egg thing that you're trying to fold eggs into a story that doesn't have eggs.
The thing he was
Request
reading.
a dozen eggs from a farmer. Ooh. A dozen steaks from a butcher or a dozen pencils from a
Here's my question,
traveling
Aaron. Did you not say 13 loaves?
But a baker's dozen common understood mean 13 or bakers just bad at counting.
This is probably terrible radio.
You're wrong.
Oh,
I'm
wait.
leaving.
It's all right.
Aaron will figure it
We'll
out.
figure it out, or not.
It's eggs.
Someone should write it.
No, it's eggs. We already figured it out.
Wait, but didn't you say the word 13 loaves?
Yeah, but it has to do with eggs.
But you said 13 loaves.
No,
Yeah.
it has to do with bread.
How's it with bread?
Oh my
13
God, I'm
loaves.
looking at
bread
it.
because they didn't want to go to jail if they didn't give you the full
Watch.
weight
Hold
and
on.
number. So they would give
We'll
you
come
13.
back to it.
We'll come back to it. Hey, or write us in, podcast at caffeineandkeels.com or comment below. But anyway,
Yeah, Google Images, Baker's Dozen, and it's all pictures of eggs and
yeah,
cartons.
and then read the story and read about how it says the word 13 loaves. You didn't hear him say 13 loaves? He said 13 loaves.
He said they wanted the eggs to be
13
the
loaves.
correct weight.
Yes.
You didn't hear the term 13 loaves.
I heard that they used the
Yes,
correct
yes
weight.
or no, 13 loaves was said.
But here's the thing.
No, wait.
They're by-
So yes, so
listen.
the answer is yes.
No, listen.
I'm with
No,
you.
you're trying to oversimplify
I know
it, and
exact. I know
you're not
exact-
listening.
I know-
Now you're not listening.
I know exactly what you're saying.
No.
You're gonna say they use 13 eggs to make it the right weight.
They used 13 eggs to make 13 loaves so it weighed the correct amount so they didn't go to jail.
You-
That was the whole story.
You only use 1 egg per loaf.
Apparently that's what they did.
I don't know about that.
That's what the story said.
We'll look right up.
You're just refusing to listen to the
No,
whole story.
no,
You just
no.
want to talk about the loaf part of the story.
See, I actually
They're both part of the story,
See,
the eggs and the loaves.
I disagree with you 100%. I disagree 100% because
Shocking.
I know because I actually did listen to the entire thing. I think that you didn't listen to the entire thing. 'Cause
No, I
you're
did.
only bringing up the egg part.
No, I am bringing up, I just said the 13 loaves from 13 eggs. I just said that.
Right.
That's all I'm listening to both parts of the story,
So-
not just one part.
No, I heard the whole thing.
They used, apparently they used 13 eggs for 13 loaves.
So you go to buy loaves of bread during King Henry III from the baker, and they give you a baker's dozen, 13 loaves.
With 13 eggs. They had to use,
Do they give you the eggs or do they give you the bread?
they used the eggs for the bread, so
Correct.
it weighed the correct amount.
Okay, I believe that. No, I hear that part. I hear all that. I'm just curious. That's all I want to know.
Go on your phone right now and Google image Baker's dozen.
Why would I Google image information? All right,
Because you're scared of what you're going to see.
No, I know what I'm going to see. I'm going to see eggs. That doesn't stop anything. Here's my question. No, listen. You go to the guy to buy bread. You say I'd like a baker's dozen. What does he give you? He gives you bread. You bought bread. You are so flustered.
No, I'm not anymore. I'm like,
No.
I've never been so over a conversation before.
No, we're just 100% going in circles.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's-
the entire time.
I mean, I've
10
never
minutes-
every
10
time
minutes going.
every time anybody has ever told me a baker's dozen, they were referring to eggs to me. Oh, how many do you need? How many eggs do you need? Baker's dozen. It's 13.
No, people.
You look at like the actual Google image. The Google provided image for baker's dozen is a row of eggs. Not like a Google image. It is the Google image.
I don't think
it is
there's
eggs.
a Google image. I think there's multiple images.
Well, no. Google actually gives you a image, their image. Especially like when you type in what is 15 times 15 on Google.
Oh yeah,
they
yeah,
give
and
you
it shows the. Yeah, I know what
answer.
you're talking about. Yeah, yeah.
When you do
By the way, that's a
baker's
great
dozen,
feature.
yeah, but when you do baker's dozen, they show you egg rows with eggs.
Interesting. I
So-
don't know that.
And Google rules the world.
You
so
just
they're
looked
right.
it up. That's how you know.
No, because I saw it on his phone from across the room.
But you wear glasses. You're not wearing them now.
I guess maybe I was seeing things. No, now that
All right.
we're through there.
Now they're
that.
there. However, now it's
So
referred
there,
to.
Aaron's posting it on there so everybody can see
Yeah,
that.
it is.
Dean's
yeah,
right.
do it. Well,
There we
no,
go.
that doesn't mean you're right. Because anyway,
No, Google's wrong.
well, no, I'm not saying
They're
Google.
lying to the world.
I don't even remember, to be honest. I think the whole. Oh, where it came from. The question is where it came from.
I guess maybe where it came from. I don't remember.
But
what the
people
real
use the
question was.
term baker's dozen to refer to anything of 13 now.
Yeah, mostly
donuts.
Mostly eggs.
Mostly, well,
Maybe it's mostly a cooking term. It's a cooking term.
I refuse to believe that there's more than one right answer on this.
That's fine.
I'm just kidding. All right. Hey, you know what? Actually, eggs. Talking about nutrition. Remember last episode we talked about what intermittent fasting.
Mm-hmm.
Intermittent fasting.
Mm-hmm.
And so instead of eating for the entire 24-hour period, you just eat for you have like a window, like you have an 8-hour feeding window or something.
So
Right.
8 hours you have to get all your food in.
Right. If you're doing an 8-hour window, or maybe you do a 6-hour window,
So
or
what's
however
the benefit
people do
of
it.
different windows?
I think whatever your goals are.
Okay.
Okay. And so I'm not. So I don't really know. I know nothing more about intermittent fasting than I did last time we did that
okay.
episode. But the reason I'm coming back to that is there is just nutrition in general. So we were talking about what you eat for breakfast, and then we kind of said, basically, really, if you just kind of focus on some simple things, it's really not that difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to revisit that real quick because I think it's one of the things that people overcomplicate.
Oh yeah.
Because
for
there's.
sure.
Like you couldn't even name, like it's impossible to name how many different styles or diets or this is the right thing or that's the right thing. And so I was thinking about it actually this morning. I was driving in, and I think it's so funny because there's all of these like, like this is the only way or the only, and like then what happens is usually what's going on is part of everything is right, but then because they want to sell the book, they have to claim that it's the only right way. And so I don't even think that when people write these diet books that they believe that everything they're putting is the only way. I just think that they feel obligated to like over push it.
Yeah. Yeah, which, it's interesting because you would think maybe they might have more success with people, trusting it and believing it if they're just a little bit more transparent. Like, hey, you know what? Like this does work, but there's also other options.
Yeah.
But like I prefer this one for these reasons and with this information, with this, these facts, and
Yeah.
if this doesn't work for you, that's okay.
And so an example is like the paleo diet, that whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which here's the thing: at the base of it, it's great information. It's like okay, you eat meat and vegetables and fruit, and then you just cook those meat and vegetables. You just cook them in healthy fats.
Yeah.
Like that's it. And really, if that's the only nutrition advice you ever do, just eat meat and vegetables and fruits and cook your meat and vegetables in healthy fats. Like that's really the best diet you could probably ever deal with.
Yeah.
But-
That's when you overcomplicate it.
But then
is
you go-
when it gets out of hand.
Well, now hold on, but what about sweet potatoes? Well, they grow on the ground. Oh, but Paleolithic man, whatever, this whole thing, like you were there, like you remember Paleolithic.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's like, well, they had fire, so they cooked them. So obviously that was it. So it's like, but they just have to argue this point because it's like, I'm right to sell this book. I have to claim that this is like the end all be all of the thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, so they're also trying to cover their asses for anybody that has any counter argument to their
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
But it's like, is that really necessary?
You kind of
It's hard
want
to
people.
say.
You want people to question a little bit.
That's true. No, for
Or
sure.
you should, but you don't. If you're the author, you're gonna act like you don't, or try to like counterpunch all these things.
Get ahead of it.
Get ahead of it when it's like really people should be asking questions.
Yeah.
Or same thing like the Atkins diet. Then he caught all this flack for it, and then it turns out down the road there's a lot more right than wrong. But because he pushed so hard in one direction,
Atkins and paleo is pretty close to each other, right?
Relatively similar.
Like obviously there's differences, but
there's
also different extreme versions of each other.
Well, in theory, paleo though doesn't limit carbohydrates.
That's true. It just limits like
it's a
yeast-based.
It's 100%
right?
a quality, not quantity diet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And whereas Atkins is the low carb deal, and then. So then you also have people go the opposite way.
There's a lot of different names for low carb diet.
Oh, dude. And then you go the opposite. Lazy keto. You go the opposite way, and you have some people that believe 100% in quantity, and they say that quality doesn't matter at all. And obviously that's not right either.
Would that fit into like a?
That's like if it fits your macros.
Yeah, exactly. I was just gonna say flexible
diet,
flexible
eating, that whole thing. And so, but that's an interesting point too. It's like, well, yeah, if these quantities all line up, then like you're good to go. It's like, yeah, but like, you really want to get like all of your carbohydrates from Sour Patch Kids?
Yeah.
It makes your teeth hurt.
Yeah, I feel like that there's got to be other. Yeah, I agree with that. And obviously, you can do whatever makes you feel good about yourself. As far as like, oh well, as long as I don't go over this magic number, and I can still eat junk food, I'm gonna be fine. I was like, well, you might like. I find it personally hard to believe. Maybe I'm wrong. That you get more or equal of benefits from eating, let's say, some meat with fat,
right,
than you do from straight up just like fried chicken grease.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like I find that hard to believe. Maybe I'm wrong.
So yeah, you're telling me a piece of fried chicken, like deep
fried
turkey,
yeah.
right? So you just got like vegetable oil, and you're deep frying this turkey and vegetable oil. Like eating that, or eating like turkey meat and some avocado or something, or turkey, or like whatever.
Or even just like a cut of prime rib.
Sliced prime rib, right? So even if the macros are the same, really you're telling me quality doesn't, Yeah,
I find that hard to believe.
It doesn't seem reasonable. And like again, kind of back to the paleo thing. It's like you're trying to tell me that something that was like made in a lab. You know what I mean? Like these fake sugars. Like that's a whole get on the whole fake sugars thing. That's a whole other discussion. But where it's like, it's like diet Pepsi, and then you have the interesting studies that show that the diet soda drinks actually, like people who switch the diet soda drinks, however it affects you, like it's not a weight loss thing.
Yeah.
Like it's a weird thing where it affects your blood sugar the same. You drink a diet soda and your blood sugar spikes still. Weird.
Interesting.
Because it's like because it's the fake sugar, your body thinks it's getting sugar, so your body reacts as though it's getting sugar, even though it's 0 calories.
Interesting.
So you have this hormonal effect.
Yeah, I mean that makes total sense.
And so, so then it's but it's 0 calories. So it's like it fits into your macros. But then if you have this hormonal effect...
It also fits into your justification reserve bank, you know what I mean?
Right? Yeah, you're going, well, it's 0 calories, so I can drink
I can drink 50 of these.
Right, yeah, I know. Dude, I'm just going to say it, whatever. I don't know how Jeff's going to... Well, it's old news, but when we first got married, Diet Soda, right? Diet Pepsi was a thing, right? And this before, like, at the gym, before all that, like, we'd work out, but it's, it's different, whatever. Talking like 2 liter a day.
No.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
But she just didn't really drink anything else?
Nothing else. And she was like in nursing school, so she was like actually for the caffeine.
It's actually like really not that much.
2 liter a day. Well, if you think about it.
It's a lot, but it's like if that's all you're drinking.
Is that like 6 glasses?
Yeah, that could go pretty fast.
Yeah.
Especially if like you're using like a big cup with ice, you drink 2 or 3 of those and it's gone.
Awesome.
Oh wow, so it was almost like a habit.
Doghouse. Oh dude.
It's super. I feel like
stunting is a habit.
I think that diet drinks are probably more addicting than the regular ones because they're sweeter.
They're sweeter and also
mentally more addicting.
Here's another thing: you drink a regular Pepsi, it's soda. I shouldn't have that. Like you might have 1 or 2, and even someone who's in terrible shape and knows and they just drink the soda, they still know it's not good for them. Like,
Yeah.
it's no secret that, like, soda's not good for you, right? Like, people
Yeah.
pretty much know that.
Yeah.
But they're like, oh, I'll just have one, it's no big deal, right? Or I'll get the 44 ounce, or I'll get the big dog, but, you know, it's just, I'll get that and maybe refill it once, that's kind of it, right?
Yeah.
Like, you think you're only having one or two, even if you're hammering down 80 ounces. Whereas the diet, it's like, what's your motivation not to drink more? Shit, 0 calories. It
Yeah.
says diet right on the label.
No, it's totally guilt-free
Guilt-free.
to an extent, especially compared to regular soda.
Yeah. So
I mean,
anyway.
you still know that fake sugar is not good for you, and it does have a lot of history with, cancer research and
Yeah.
like, being really bad for you. But
And that whole thing loops, so that the whole point of that just all loops around back to that quantity matters only and not quality. It's like there's a giant hole in that.
well, you can convince yourself of that.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that it's necessarily like a fact.
Let me tell you this, convincing yourself that's fun.
Yeah.
Because you can eat all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And here's the thing too, is like, okay, well, your body might not change physically, like that you can see,
right. What's going
but
on?
like what's going on inside.
It's like smoking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
eventually your skin starts to get fucked, but like originally it's just like internal stuff.
Yeah. No, it's,
You know?
yeah, it's
There's
it's hard to wonder. It's a good question.
I forget who it
Good
is, what her
topic.
name is, but there's a girl who preparing for a show. Like, she's gonna go a bikini show, like bikini, like bodybuilding, right? So she's like, I'm gonna go step on in this like skimpy bikini on stage and be judged with my peers on how I look, right? Leading up to it, to kind of do a if it fits your macros type thing, like a test, she ate a full-size Snickers bar every day, every single day, for like the 6 weeks or whatever, 4 weeks leading up to this show.
Okay.
And then
So
like,
was that was just a test?
it was just like a thing, like just proving, like, look, you can eat something that's shitty quality,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you can still look lean and cut and all that. And she did, and she like looked great.
Mm-hmm.
But then the whole thing is though, like, how hungry would you be? Like, think if you got however many calories that is, like 500 calories or whatever, like in one, like how many days is she getting in total? Probably in that final stage of prep, like 1,500, if that, right? So it's like now
Yeah, very lean,
a third,
1,500
a
too.
third of those, you're hammering out the Snickers bar. It's like you get the rest of the day. It's like, all right, here's your 2 ounces of chicken and 3 almonds, and then 2 cups of broccoli. But don't worry, dog. Tonight you get that Snickers.
Yeah, I'm good off that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking.
I want more chicken, something that's gonna keep me filled up,
Yeah.
or some tilapia,
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm not eating like a bird. I'm not eating like a parrot the rest of my life. Tell you that though.
And honestly, I've never done a bodybuilding show. Don't
Right.
really ever plan on doing one either. But
You should actually do the one with the board shorts.
oh, what's that? Men's physique.
I'm not saying you have tiny legs, but I'm just saying that like you have a really small waist.
Yeah,
like
small
if
waist.
you did the board shorts one, oh, you'd look jacked.
Yeah. No, I do have a small waist.
The only downside of the board shorts one is no one gets to see the outline of your dick.
Yeah.
Like in the Speedos, you get the nice mushroom tip lines.
Yeah. What a shame.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How are they gonna know?
Yeah.
How are they gonna know what you're working with?
Yeah. Poor audience.
Or
No, it's you know what?
never even know what they're missing.
But like, I just don't. Maybe like someone's probably gonna call me like an asshole, and I don't know what I'm talking about, which is probably pretty close to accurate on this subject.
No,
but,
well, on this entire podcast, we only discuss things that we are utmost certainty.
yeah, exactly. But
Factoid Nation, you heard it here first.
maybe it's just me, but I don't feel like eating like that would really bother me that much if I had to do it for a show.
No, I'm with you 100%.
Like, I don't honestly I'm not bad with like sticking to a diet plan as long as
Yeah.
it's like as long as I've prepared myself to like have
Yeah.
it ready to go.
Yeah,
Like I'm just like it doesn't really bother me. Like I eat shit that I don't want to eat
all the time.
all the time.
Yeah,
So like
like
Obviously,
everything Kelsey cooks.
yeah, no, I cook everything. So that's not entirely true. Pretty much. But anyways, I don't think it would really bother me that much to eat healthy for a show.
Well, and if you know there's an end goal, and I'm sure you're hungry, and
Yeah.
now I actually I haven't done a bodybuilding show, but just from wrestling,
Yeah.
and I mean in weightlifting you got to make weight, but that's like normally it's a
I've
pretty
always
short,
never really
short
had that
deal,
problem
yeah.
with that weightlifting.
But wrestling, like, I mean, there's times you gotta like cut a lot of weight, whatever, and you just kind of know it's like, okay, well, for the next 3 days, I'm gonna be really hungry,
yeah.
and you just move on with life.
Well, also you get to a point too where you're so hungry that you're no longer hungry.
You know what it is? This is 100%. This is why any goals. Nutrition is a great example. Any goals are successful or not. It's if you make the decision ahead of time. Okay, so if you think, okay, I'm gonna eat healthy today. But then that's just kind of it. Like, that's just it. It's not like this is going to happen. It's like, oh, I'm going to, get it together.
Yeah.
And then you come in here and someone offers you a cookie. Well, you're probably, you then have to exert willpower in that moment. Mm-hmm. You're making, do I want this cookie or not? If you make that decision at that time, you're going to fucking fail.
Yeah.
Like, long term. You might have success right now.
Yeah.
Or like that, but then if every time you're offered something you shouldn't eat, or you feel like it's an option, you make that decision every time, you're making that decision 10 times a day or more, like, eventually you're going to fail.
Slip. Yeah.
If you make the decision ahead of time, you go, that's it, I'm done, I'm eating 100% of my diet, I'm only eating the food I bring, or I'm only whatever. Like, whatever it is, you just say, I'm eating 100% clean. I'm doing that. Then someone offers you a cookie, you're not even making the decision.
No, you're like, I'm good.
Do you want this? No.
Yeah.
It's not even an option. Like, you don't even think about it. You made the decision when, yesterday. You made the decision a week ago. You made it, And that's all goals, not just nutrition. That's anything. Are you gonna? I'm gonna start working out. And then, hey, you want to go to the gym? Like, you're not really sure. You make a decision. I'm going to the gym every single day. And at the time is even better. If you say, like, what time? If you even say right now, for the next 5 days, I am going to the gym every day. Then it's not an option every day.
Yeah.
You already made that decision.
It's already done.
Following through on decisions is way easier than making that decision every time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, and there is different personality types where this works better for others. Like me, I've never had any type of addictive personality, and that goes for food, because food is an addiction for some people, you know what I mean? So I've always been pretty good at basically, like, if I didn't want to do something anymore, like, for instance, honestly, like, I used to, like, chew tobacco and stuff. Like, one day, like...
Which is kind of awesome.
Yeah, I love chewing tobacco. I would still, just like wanting that cookie, I would still want to chew right now.
All the fun stuff's bad for you.
I know. And I chewed for probably I would say probably close to 10 years straight. And
best 10 years of your life.
Yeah. And then guess what, though? Like, I just quit one day. You know what? Like, I made that decision. I'm like, you know what? I'm quitting chewing today. And then someone's like, hey, man, you want to do it? No, I'm good.
No. Made the decision.
And not everybody can do that.
And you might want it. Do you want it? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, I absolutely want it, but I'm not deciding now.
Yeah.
I decided a week ago.
Yeah.
That's why, ever since then, you've only had to chew once a day.
No, not at all.
I quit 10 years ago, and now I only chew once a day.
Yeah. I quit cold turkey 10 years ago,
and
I only chew once a day. And honestly, I haven't touched it since I quit, which is like, I don't even actually really know how long ago it was, because I don't really keep track, because it doesn't really, like, control my life. But it's been maybe close to 5 years. No, that's not entirely true.
I'm going to tell you this, and I don't think I've ever said this publicly before, but I don't care, is I don't chew, like, on a regular basis at all, right? Mm-hmm. However, let me tell you this. I'm up in Alaska, and we're fishing, right? And one of the guys I'm with brings out a can.
Mm-hmm. Let me backtrack really fast, because I'm in mine jail right now. I actually have chewed a couple times, not that out of control, during golf.
Oh, yeah, golfing. Well, the one time we went to the cabin.
Yeah.
But same thing. So here's the deal: is like, I don't have it, I don't buy it. It's not like that. But I'm up there. We're going fishing. Guy pulls out a can. Yeah. He's like, "Hey, you want a dip?" I'm like,
"Yeah."
Let me think about this. I'm knee deep in this river, reeling in 17-pound salmon. Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Toss it over here.
And when I was going back to that, I meant more of like making, like, going.
It's not a habit. You're not buying it. Yeah, exactly.
Once out of I did do it a couple times.
Yeah.
So actually, it's kind of like, just like we remembered that.
Well, then you feel better. You're like, wait, did I say that? That's not true.
No, that's not true. Yeah. But no, you get what I'm saying.
It's not a thing.
And nobody's perfect.
And that actually feeds into your point even more, is that you could actually buy a thing of Red Man, and you could have it dip that one day when whatever we're up at this cabin, and then the next day throw it away and move on with life.
Yeah, exactly.
Not even a big deal.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
All right, last thing of the day. Very exciting on the Twitter poll.
Yeah. Twitter poll,
you voted that. Was it both of us, or was it just one of us?
It was both of us.
Both of us take a spoonful of coffee grounds.
There was options for individual punishments.
Man, I really thought you taking a bite of the chalk block was really going to be the winner.
It was close. I have screenshot proof of what actually won. It was like a 34% win overall for the.
So we got our PR blend here.
Ground. Thank God, because biting into a bar of chocolate or chalk would have been pretty gross.
All right,
especially because we only have used chalk here.
Oh yeah.
So I'd just be biting everybody's dick-covered hands.
It'd be salty. Dick-covered hands. Sweat-covered, dick-covered.
Dick sweat-covered hands.
I can't. We open this up.
Now you're like the kid on the review.
I'm worse than the kid on the review.
What's his name?
Oh, fantastic review. PR Blend. He gave it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Big Bobby Gamer. Shout out Big Bobby Gamer on YouTube. Check out the PR Blend review. All right.
Strap in.
So
It's a thrilling video.
I noticed, Dean, you drank the rest of your coffee. I think that's you may spit the grounds in there. I'm going to see this through.
I did a bad job here.
Yeah, well,
It just went right down the side.
I like just the straight, like it tears open. Like I did a bad. That was terrible. I did a bad job there.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna spoonful of grounds. I'm gonna try and see. This might be like the cinnamon challenge. Are we gonna be able to talk afterwards?
I don't know.
People think that's such a big deal, but here's the thing: at booths, sometimes we just eat the beans. You know, I had a buddy. We go surfing, pick me up, or go snowboarding. He'd actually go spoonful of peanut butter, right? Like, oh, I need some calories. Spoonful of peanut butter. He's like, man, and then he would dip it in coffee grounds.
That sounds delicious.
And then he would just like eat it. I'm like on the way out the door, like he was like rolling out of bed, only slept 2 hours because he was blackout drunk the night before, or whatever.
He's gotta go catch some
And he's
waves.
like, shit, I gotta get, we're going snowboarding or whatever. So he'd get up, spoonful of peanut butter, dunk it in his family's can of Folgers, and then out the door. He's a doctor now.
That sounds like a doctor move.
Yeah, because the type of person who would do that is the same type of person who would like go to med school.
Yeah.
Seriously.
No, yeah, it's just kind of running on fumes all the time.
Cheers.
All right, cheers, here we go. Ah, shit.
Overwhelming.
Yeah. Tastes good.
Yeah, tastes like coffee.
No, everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Never worked.
I'm not gonna be able to swallow it.
Oh, that's all. You just need a little liquid swallow. I tried. I was gonna do the cinnamon challenge. I was gonna try and get it down without any liquid. No way. It was just sitting in there.
It's absorbing all my saliva I
Yeah,
have.
mouth is so dry. It's all over the table. Because I tried to talk, you just
course.
spur it out. I'm gonna have to have Austin clean this.
Oh yeah, well, there it is.
There we go.
There's your challenge.
Yep. All right.
We'll do another Twitter poll. I don't know what it's gonna be.
Another Twitter poll. What we have to do. There we go. Spoonful of grounds coffee. If you are listening and you think that it didn't really happen, make sure you watch the YouTube videos so you can see us both just suffer and get coffee everywhere. All right. Well, here we go. This has been an episode of Gas Station Cappuccino. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe on whatever platform you listen to your podcast, and we would really appreciate a review. If you don't like it, that's okay. You can write that you don't like it. But if you do like it, you could write that as well. Just let us know. All right? All right. Thank you very much.